Ever see two monkeys fight a robot? Honestly, there's probably more than one way to see that. I can't think of an intro right now, so this is part 24 of Overthinking Donkey Kong Country 3. Boss 4 is without a doubt the best one so far, maybe even the best in the game. Shit, maybe the best in the entire trilogy. Possibly the best in all of video game. Nah, that's too far. It's a huge call, but for my money, I can't think of a boss more fun than KAOS, the flying robot and the new leader of the Kremlings. You heard that right. KAOS is the boss of the Kremlings. For those out of the know, K-Rool is mysteriously absent for DKC3, and in his place is the slightly less mysterious KAOS. It's rare and kind of cool that we get a look at the main boss of the game so early on, and it feels like such a great way to cap off the first half of the game. KAOS cuts an imposing figure on the arena, which is quite cramped to begin with. It's the industrial theme, but a deep red color. It looks awesome, but there's nothing else to say about it. KAOS moves back and forth, lowering his exhaust so the flames rebound off the floor. The Kongs have to roll under him, but pick their moments carefully so as not to get cooked. After a few passes, he stops and just sort of spazzes out. Blades start spinning across and boxing gloves start to punch out of him. It can be a bit hard to figure out what the game's telling you here, but jump up the blades and bounce off his head. After 3 hits, the helmet comes off, revealing his real face. It's hard to explain how his real head looks. It's got a huge lower jaw, sunglasses, and a black Devo hat. I guess it isn't hard to explain how his real head looks. Anyway, fight continues same as before, only now and again, the helmet, now hovering above the fight, will shoot lasers at you. Another 3 hits and it's over. KAOS doesn't drop here though, he retreats. So this isn't the last you'll see of him. It's said that KAOS's real face is inspired by Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator. And seeing what we've seen in the previous levels, I think they're onto something here. It could be that Mykonos is KAOS's lair. It's clearly the central hub for the Kremling's activities and productions, so it'd make sense that their leader would want to keep a close eye on it all. It's also more or less the dead center of the map, so every other area of the Northern Kremisphere is in more or less equal proximity to the island. Even factoring in the increased potential story presence the bosses of DKC2 had, this is the most a non-final boss has impacted the story. It even had a bit of dialogue bookending the fight. We could extrapolate and say that, after his loss to the Kongs here, KAOS retreated back to KAOS Core, where he was given some upgrades by his maker. And while this was happening, maybe the Kremlings became a little more proactive in stopping the Kongs. I forgot to mention, but KAOS gives us a ski for our trouble. Now we've got a complete pair. The snow world's next, maybe we could use them there. It'd be nice, right? Anyways, first half of the game done, onto the third act, sort of. This game's narrative doesn't break down that cleanly, but I do think the third act of the game starts here. Alright, see you later.